right, so I'm Jake with TradeLab.ai, and we're going to go through the weekly updates for the third time, actually, in the middle of June. This is a busy month. So, wanted to talk about a few things. We do have an announcement to make. I'll wait till Miles joins us. So, a few things to buffer before he gets here. We did have some updates to the ABC strategies. So if anybody's using ABC, I recommend that you remove the strategy that you're using and recopy. Obviously, we did have a big update from David that introduced dynamic take profits and stop losses. So if you didn't know about that, he actually has an update for you. You can go get that. Once you're updated, you can use the new ABC Smarter Money 0.6 template. So there's actually 3 of them. If we look at the community strategies, well, there was 3. I guess there's 2 now. So the other one was made by Lord Can, and it looks like something.
Sorry, I put it down because you have made better updates with the risk ratio. So it's just a paid copy of what you have. So I guess if anyone wants it, they can put it back.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So, and I agree with that. I mean, really, these 2 are much better than vanilla. So it's better to use these. So what we have here is slight modifications to David's strategies. So instead of just the regular ABC with the take stop, we've added a break even and also a risk ratio version. So the break even, it has a condition that looks for it looks for the price to be below the TP for a long, or the price to be above the TP for a short. Sometimes David is sending take profits that are really close to the price, so it's a good idea for us to check that. Otherwise, we'll enter without a take profit, and that's not a good idea. So we added that condition, and I also added a buffer, because we've seen that if you have a price that is close to it but it passes, there's a chance that by the time the order gets filled, especially if it's a limit, that the price moves and it might be below, and then you don't have a take profit set, right? And so I've instituted a buffer. You can change the buffer at will. So if I copy this, you can set your buffer. It's a percentage. So you would just come in here when you create the strategy during strategy setup, click do it now, and it asks you for the TP buffer. So this is a 1% buffer. And if you need to know more about it, you can hover over this and it'll tell you. Okay. So that's an update there. We also did have the risk ratio, and this takes the height or the size of the take profit from the entry price versus the stop loss height, and then it puts the take profit over the stop loss as a risk ratio. And so you can specify, once again, it's the same thing during the strategy setup.
Get some drinks really quick.
During the strategy setup, you will see an input just like we saw a second ago that has risk ratio, and you can say, I think the default is 2. You put in 2 for the risk ratio, and anything below 2 will not create an order, right? We'll ignore. So that's just a good way to filter out. I know that David actually liked that idea, and he put it in his own strategy. So there's an RR built into David. The difference there is that by doing this on TradeLab and setting your risk ratio on TradeLab, that allows you to use the price that we actually use on the exchange. So the exchange sends us the price while we're placing the order. And by using that price, it's going to be more accurate than using the price from the TradingView alert. Okay. So So I think that is an improvement there. So that's an update. We'll let Miles hopefully join us here in a second. All right. So besides that, we've had a couple of updates I went over this weekend. The major updates being a new swing action. So if anybody has missed that, in the exit rule, there's a new action. So if I create an action here, there's a new type of action called swing order. So we used to use this advanced sort of.
I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Great. We used to use this advanced sort of feature called rule timer that would allow us to sort of wait for an order to close and then open a new order. Swing order creates one order that is the opposite, so like a sell if you're doing a long, but it doubles the amount and it's not reduce only. So in one order, we close and open on the other side. And it's the most efficient way to do it. It's the least amount of fees. And so now we're doing swing orders properly. This is a new feature, and I do have one person that is using it, and been working with him to make sure that it's working properly. So if anybody else uses it and has issues, let me know. Okay. All right. So Miles is here now. Everybody is here for the main announcement. So, So basically, due to what we have experienced and seen, just as far as the growth, and making sure that we can provide a quality experience, we have been looking at options to try to gain some more financial support and make sure that we can pay for the servers as we scale and get new servers so that we can support the growth. We had a discussion, and I'm very against going, changing our plan. I've told you guys it's August. That's what it's going to be. And I also want to make sure that I get the major bugs out that we have, especially like I know I'm still tinkering with P&L, and everybody tells me about it, and so that's a big thing that I want to nail down, as well as getting the new builder out, right? And I want to make sure that the product is right before we start taking it. So it might be at the beginning or the end of August that we, finally decide to do that. And I don't want to be pinned up against the wall with finances. It's out of pocket right now. We have some great donators. I really appreciate you guys. But I want to provide a way that we can do what we need to do without pulling the rug on you guys and changing a plan or anything like that. So we've come up with a what I'm calling a founders package. Okay, and the founders package is just an opportunity. I think we're going to open it to the first 100 people, and if we have a problem with that, we can discuss it, right? But just for what it is and for the server costs and everything, done the calculations. We want to do if 100 people want to stand up, and it doesn't have it's up to 100 within the next month. If you guys want to start paying, there's not going to be any instituted limits. Okay, I'm not going to limit anybody that's still doing free. So it's free. This is a total optional payment. But if you would like to, this would be for the pro account. Okay, this is not an offer for the standard. It's for the $200 package, and instead of 200, the founders package includes a 25% discount. Okay, and that brings it down to $150 per month. but that is in combination with a 25% annual discount, which brings it down to $100 a month. And this founders package, if opted in within the next month, is for the lifetime of your account. So if you guys want to choose to support us in our time of need and step up and do that, we'll give it to you at half price for as long as you want. Okay.
And just to clarify, that doesn't mean you have to continuously subscribe. You can leave,
Yes.
come back, and
Yes.
still.
I'm totally supportive of that. I will even save you guys in our, in our hearts, right? And if you guys need to leave and come back, it's okay. You guys are family. Okay. So that's what I want to do. Like I said, if we have a whole bunch of people that want to do this, I'm going to post this, and I will make an announcement. I want to limit it. If we have an issue with that, we'll discuss, but treat it as limited seats and limited time. So let us know. I think right now we're still setting everything up. This was a decision, made today. So, this is going to allow us to scale the servers, to remedy any performance problems that we've seen. And so we made that decision. We're going to get the payment options set up. I believe it's going to be through Stripe. We're looking to support crypto. We're definitely going to support crypto payments eventually. I don't know how long it's going to take to set up, right? So we'll see what that option is. If you do want to pay with crypto, talk to us. We'll figure it out. Okay. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. It's for right now. It's just going to be like, let me know type of thing. So DM me or Miles, and we'll go from there. We will have a thing set up here soon to to do it more automated. But that's where we're at. Am I forgetting anything? Want to chime in? Anybody? Miles?
Did you go over the yearly option? Did you say that?
I did. So
Okay.
So it's $150 a month. To recap, it's $150 a month, and it's $100 for a year if you pay a year up front. Okay, so that would be $1,200 for the year, and then $150 a month. Okay, so that's the big announcement. That's we have lots more features and lots more other things to talk about. We have been talking about them. I know a couple people actually joined us this weekend, so I don't want to regurgitate, but if anybody wants to hear about things, I'm going to open it up to questions here in a bit, and we can talk about that. But as to say, I didn't want to invite you over here to talk about money necessarily, but it is an announcement, and hopefully, this is really about the quality of service and just making sure that we can provide you guys. We've been doing it, by the skin of our teeth. It's been going real well. We've had lots of growth, and just with the amount of growth that we've seen, we want to make sure that we can scale and support everybody on the platform. So, all right. I think at this point, I'm going to open it up to questions, comments, concerns.
Yes, the very popular time of the show.
What about?
I do have, but I'm on a call, so I'll follow up with you guys in a minute.
Okay. What about general feedback on this idea? Does anybody have criticism?
The whole thing here was to not
It's a great
make
idea.
you all.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
Thank you.
We didn't want to make anyone feel like we're really big on keeping our word. So it was very important to not force you all to have to do this. It's totally optional, but
Yes.
I like the idea of a founder's rate. Like I said, I'll have more questions later after I get off the call.
Cool. Yeah,
Yep.
You're good. Yep. All right. So,
Just to interrupt, Jake, I think it's just my idea, but I think it would be very good for maybe most of us to pay in crypto. So if you can speed up the process of creating that module where everybody can pay you in crypto, that would be much easier, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I agree. I think once again we'll have some sort of manual system to a certain point, but what we're doing is we're setting up. So I guess the plan was already to set up Stripe with ChargeBee, and we were going to find some other crypto processor, right? But the thing is Stripe is now doing crypto payments. And so we're just going to set that up through Stripe. And I'm just not sure, it's a limited access program and we have access to it. So, but I'm not sure that the setup is like super quick. So I don't know if it's going to take a week. I don't know if it's going to take several weeks, but we'll figure that out.
And also, chances are it's not going to be like one of those things that you can just send any type of crypto. It's most likely going to be, the big guys like BTC and Ethereum and USDT. So just keep that in mind. If you do want to pay in crypto, that's fine. But we are limited to what they offer.
I agree.
Cool. Yeah, and I mean, if we took any manual payments, it would really need to be in USDT. I don't need to go be selling stuff. Sell it to USDT and then give it to us. But we'll figure that out. Yeah. So, well, I'm glad that there's a positive response to it. So that's good, and we'll see how this goes. Good deal. I'll update, make an announcement more on, what where the payment is going to be and how that all gets set up. But awesome. Good deal.
Jay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Somehow my audio got cut off. So for the founders rate, when we give you guys the money, when does that account go into effect? Does everything just stay free until you guys move over to paid, and then that's when that goes into effect, or does it go into effect immediately?
So as far as so we would be taking payments immediately for the server costs, so that in the meantime, that's the whole point of this, right? Is that the question, or as far as the account? So to clarify, there's no difference between a pro account and a free account, except the fact that when we go live in August or around there, that a free account can only have 2 active trades open. And
okay, so basically you're taking advance payment for August?
Yes, that's all. That's okay. What we're doing. So we're taking advance payment. I get what you're saying. Yes, it goes into account, and okay. So that's a good question, and I'll just put it out there right now. So Miles, so they pay for a year. Does that year start in July? Or does it
start? If you pay for a year, I have no problem with giving you an extra 2 months.
Right.
Because
so when we go live,
this is the bottom line. We never expected the growth that we are having. The amount of volume we're taking in and giving it away for free is astronomical. I currently pay all of this out of pocket, and it's approaching basically my entire check. So that's what's really put this on. We're really big on keeping our words. We want to always keep our word, and we will keep our word. This will be free until August. But the whole point is for me, for instance, personally, if I had the option to opt into something and get a 50% discount, I would take that any day. And my point is that the only way we were able to do this and at least hopefully get some people to do it and still keep our word was to do a founders deal. right?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
there
it
was
makes total sense. There's no question about that. You guys are transparent about that. So I'll further take up questions with you guys offline because I have a couple more, but I don't need to throw that in here.
yeah, no, you're fine.
And not only
But
that,
yes,
it's not even about being fair. It's about like they literally can't, keep on like a model if it's free. They have costs that, that make this even happen. So to, piggyback and not pay due diligence, it just means that they're not going to make this. It's not going to last. So, I mean, I think it's reasonable to ask for that, and it's only going to make the platform better.
Yeah, this is just KTLO. You guys are keeping the lights on.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
exactly.
Totally understand.
But to answer the initial question, is any founding member that is willing to start paying now at a yearly rate, absolutely, you can have 2 extra months of time.
Hey, you'll have a payment. You'll have a payment by me tomorrow. Just again, I definitely want to start catching up on that. So like, as long as you guys have a payment method or something like that, just let me know, and I'll start tomorrow. At the very least.
Cool. Appreciate that. Sounds great.
So you guys are beta until August?
Yes. Yes. That has
Correct.
been the plan
Okay.
for several months. Yeah. So. What I've been saying is the beginning or the end of August. I give an extra month of pad in that sentence. So it might be September is the first charge, right? But we're going there, and I'm giving everybody
Yeah,
advance warning.